it turns out that mindfulness has to be married to compassion and loving kindness. And when we first taught these practices that my colleagues like Sharon Salzberg, Joseph Goldstein, and so forth, we all had our training in the 1960s and early 70s in Southeast Asia and India. When we first taught these, because I'd trained in a ascetic forest monastery, and there was a kind of ethos of a kind of warrior quality of training. Sit up all night, don't move, really be mindful. It didn't work very well here because it got conflated with the American values of striving and ambition, and people were, okay, I want to get enlightened, and the more they want to get enlightened, the tighter they became. Or they saw it as a way of, I've got to be on my breath, or I've got to pay attention, and then they judged themselves all the time. It amplified their self-criticism. Not only am I not good outside, but I'm also a failure as a meditator, and and I can see all this trouble in my mind, and it amplified all of that stuff. And there was this famous dialogue we had with the Dalai Lama in the late 80s, asking about how you deal with self-hatred in Tibet, in training, and he was completely confused. There's no word for self-hatred in Tibetan. What do you mean self-hatred? It took a long time for the translator to kind of get through to him. Finally, he looked up, he said, but this is a mistake. Why would anyone do this? And he said, oh, no. How many of you, he asked in our group, have had experiences of self-hatred and lots of self-criticism, self-judgment? Almost all the teachers' hands went up that were in this circle of teachers. He said, oh, okay, I see. You have new problems here. I said, we have lots of new problems, right? So, in fact, from the beginning in Buddhist psychology, compassion and awareness are woven together. Because in order to be present for experience, there has to be some element of kindness. Otherwise, you're judging it. This is good, that's not, I want more of this, I want less of that. But if you bring them together as loving awareness, then you're able to be present without manipulating or being in conflict with the experience the way that it is. And that gives you both more understanding and also becomes the ground for, as you'll see later, for making healthier changes.